certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked by Julian Lowe. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's 2nd and a yard. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, right back to Hall. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On second and goal, Powell. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Touchdown! Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 41, Powell. He finds Bateman over the middle. His first catch good for 8 and a first down. The Chiefs had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club is more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell, escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Brandon, you know more about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
12 more yards there and another first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. Plus,
and he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Anthony Schwartz, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ian Thomas, 63 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Straight ahead is Hall. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Ball again on 2nd down. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Okay, ready?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Wide open. Striker, 3-3. Heel, flat.
They'll drop to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Powell. And check down, complete to Hall. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
1st and 10, it's Hall. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Howell throwing again after the pick 6. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And some room to roam that. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 12-yard line. 101 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, every quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback, loves to have plays like that from a guy running the ball.
Takes a lot of pressure off the youngster, doesn't it? He doesn't have to throw the ball in bad situations. Just turns around, hands it to his big horse. And we've seen rookie quarterbacks ride great runners right into the playoffs.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Third and long, here's Howell. And probably the wise decision there. No one open, he just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Back.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Howell. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Howell. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Howell. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
One last shot before the break, Howell. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the...
And it's a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. Inside the 20. That he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From the 29, Powell. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
First down, Howell to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's got some space here. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 130 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we see in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Howell from the gun. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Howell, they'll find Everett there, complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Howell out of the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Blankenship's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over the first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll set up a throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 1 yard is the gain. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and...
Touchdown, Raiders! Davante Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Throwing here, Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. And check down, complete to Hall. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Off-play action. It's Howell. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Howell throwing on 1st down here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Paul on a give up the middle. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Faking the handoff. Howell. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Second down. Howell now. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Howell, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Breece Hall from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. The 71 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half.